Time now for the Morning Rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Mostly sunny skies and breezy to windy conditions through the day today. But as we transition into tomorrow, and it's going to be late Tuesday, we'll be watching for some showers over the northwest. This will continue through the day, on and off on Wednesday afternoon. Crystal?
We start with news happening today. The man who murdered an Albuquerque cab driver is expected to be sentenced this morning. In February 2017, Luke Warshevsky called for a cab to pick him up near Corzine Central. Once in the cab, he stabbed the driver, 58-year-old Larry Mullen, then dumped his body in the parking lot and took off. Warshevsky pleaded no contest earlier this year to second-degree murder. He faces up to 15 years in prison. We'll let you know what happens.
Albuquerque police are asking for your help finding the suspects accused of vandalizing several cars in part of Albuquerque. Surveillance footage shows a vehicle pulling up to a house off 86th and Bridge. Someone is then seen jumping out of their car and jumping onto another car, twice smashing the windshield. APD says it's received at least 9 reports of cars being vandalized over the weekend. This is all in the Westgate area. Now, if you have any information, you're asked to call 242-COPS.
This morning, police are on the hunt for the armed suspect accused of causing an hours-long SWAT standoff in northeast Albuquerque. APD says the armed man entered the Moose Lodge near the Big I around 9 yesterday morning. A cleaning crew inside the building escaped and said they never saw the suspect leave. However, police surrounded the area for 7 hours. Ultimately, they did not find anyone inside.
Happening now, an investigation is likely ramping up to find out the cause of a restaurant fire in Ruidoso. 50 firefighters responded to the blaze at Can't Stop Smoking Barbecue. Crews got a handle on the fire, but overnight watched for hot spots. The restaurant was closed at the time. Now, employees were able to get out of the building with no injuries.
On to new details now. Passenger now suing Southwest Airlines after the deadly incident that killed Albuquerque mom of 2 Jennifer Reardon. The plane made an emergency landing in Philadelphia after an engine explosion. Recently, passenger Lilia Chavez filed a negligence lawsuit against the airline and the engine manufacturer. Now, she claims she's been suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Southwest would not comment about the pending lawsuit.
A caravan of Central American migrants has arrived at the U.S.-Mexican border, but they're not being allowed to apply for asylum. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says its facility south of San Diego is at capacity. Some 1,500 people were in the caravan when it started out over a month ago. Its numbers have since dwindled to about 200.
On to new details now. Mike Pompeo wrapping up his first trip abroad as Secretary of State during a weekend spent in Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Israel. He repeatedly took aim at Iran. Pompeo says President Trump is likely to withdraw from the Iranian nuclear deal unless its terms are improved.
New this morning, we're learning President Trump will give a speech at the National Rifle Association's convention in Dallas this week. Vice President Mike Pence is also going to address the group. Firearms or weapons of any kind will be prohibited for both events.
New data shows drought conditions continue to worsen across our state. The most recent map released by the U.S. Department of Agriculture shows 9% of New Mexico in the northeast and northwest parts of the state in exceptional drought. About 46% of the state is in extreme drought. That's the second most serious category. In comparison, 3 months ago, the state was only at the 3rd most serious category. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 5, looking at breezy to windy conditions combining with the dry conditions. That'll be less than 15% with the relative humidity. High fire danger across the entire Rio Grande Valley. We do have red flag warnings in effect from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. here in Albuquerque. Sarah?
This morning, one local woman is heading back to work, starting her 5th week on the job as Albuquerque Fire Department's first female deputy chief. Emily Jaramillo worked her way up through the department in a typically male-dominated workforce, starting out in the field to paramedic to driver, becoming a lieutenant, eventually being promoted to captain just last year. But with a change in the city's administration came her greatest opportunity yet. Jaramillo hopes that her new position will help women see that they have the same opportunities as men. Crystal?
On to the news happening now. Former Lobo football player Garrett Hughes will soon be working to become a Buffalo Bill. The defensive end is invited to the Bills minicamp. The news is released on Draft Diamond's Twitter account. Hughes had 2 sacks last season with the Lobos and had 71 total tackles during his college career. Good luck.
Whole Foods is taking some heat because of the name of a restaurant located in its Long Beach, California store. The restaurant, named Yellow Fever, is part of a small chain of Pan-Asian restaurants in California. Yellow fever is a deadly virus, but some consider it a racist phrase. The restaurant's owner says before this past weekend, the name has not been an issue. Kristen?
Time now for a check on traffic. No major incidents out there on the interstates. Highway is looking pretty good as well. Of course, I'll keep eyes on that for you throughout the day.
And finally, take a look at your screens. Talk about a dedicated fan, a soccer fan who was banned from a stadium in Turkey, rented a crane to watch a match on Saturday. The video was posted on social media and has quickly received a lot of views. It's unclear why he was banned, but according to local media, he has a year-long stadium ban. The spectacle had a lot of people laughing, and in case you're wondering, his team took home the win.
And he got to watch it all.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, my
Making
goodness.
renting the crane worth it.
Time now for the 5 facts.
And number 5, old photos found on I-40 near Route 66 Casino are back with their owner this morning. Ernest Baca recently found the photos along with decades-old documents and began searching for the owners. A woman in Belvedere, Illinois says the name on the photo, Ross Kincaid, is her father-in-law. Kincaid's son moved to Albuquerque years ago but died in 2016. The family thought they had gathered all of his belongings, so how the pictures ended up on the highway remains a mystery.
Number 4 now, Facebook says it will begin helping New Mexico's small businesses in Albuquerque. The social media giant is traveling to 30 cities across the nation, including 2 in New Mexico. In Albuquerque, Facebook will train on coding, building websites, and using Facebook to bolster business. It also plans to travel to Santa Fe.
At number 3, looking at slightly cooler temperatures today, that is, in the upper 70s. But the big story will be the winds. Breezy to windy conditions and high fire danger across the state today. Winds get worse tomorrow. Strong winds and red flag warnings once again on Tuesday, but expect temperatures to drop through Thursday afternoon.
At number 2, an Albuquerque man and his soon-to-be bride are fighting for their lives this morning. The woman's grandson is also recovering from injuries. This after being hit by an alleged drunk driver in a stolen car. Now, BCSO deputies say the family's car was T-boned by 26-year-old Alexandria Castillo on Broadway and Bell. Castillo was allegedly drunk behind the wheel of a stolen vehicle when deputies attempted to pull her over. Now, deputies say she fled running a stop sign. According to the criminal complaint, the deputy turned on the patrol car's lights and sirens but disengaged them when Castillo did not stop. Now, the family is still upset, saying the deputy should not have pursued the suspect, who's still in jail this morning.
On to number 1 now. This morning, prosecutors say they're shifting their focus on the brutal death of 13-year-old Jeremiah Valencia. This after one of the suspects dies from an apparent suicide. DA Marco Cerna confirmed Thomas Ferguson died inside the Santa Fe County Detention Center over the weekend. Ferguson's accused of severely beating Jeremiah, then locking him in a dog kennel for hours. This is all before his brutal death. As for Ferguson's death, we're hoping to learn more details today. What we do know is that Ferguson was alone in a segregated unit with welfare checks every 30 minutes. Jeremiah's mom, Tracy Pena, and Ferguson's son, Jordan Nunez, are also charged in this case. Cerna says his office is going to now focus their attention on them.